What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another gooning challenge. We are on, I think, part 4. This is like my favorite series on my entire channel right here, dude. We're on part 4 of the Pokemon gooning challenge, okay? And you already know what it is, man. Win 3 games in a row while gooning and random battle and goon all over the opponent, bro. That's what we do here. I'm sure I don't have to explain what a random battle is, but in case you don't know, you just go into a game with a random set of Pokemon and they can have whatever ability they get and whatever items are like sort of comp on them, and then you just battle it out with your opponent basically. So the first thing I did here is I had to let them know that I'm gooning, you know what I'm saying? I had to pre-goon the goon because I had to let them know, you know what I'm saying, dude? We lead off with Lunala here, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, we might have a good game going. But instead, this dude just quits the game immediately, so I don't really know what happened right there, dude. I think he might have gotten scared of the gooning right there, but we head into the actual game 1 here, apparently. I don't know what that last guy was doing, bro. I think he was scared of the goon. I'm pretty sure he was scared. Anyway, we start off game 1 with Cerulege, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is a free Poltergeist. It's just a Zebstrika. What can he really do? But apparently it learns high horsepower, and he almost OHKOs me with the high horsepower. But then my Poltergeist, of course, misses. But then I decide, okay, I'm faster now. Let me Poltergeist again. Let me get the item, you know what I'm saying, dude? Let me get this shit out of the fucking way, you know what I'm saying, dude? Let's do a little bit of chip damage, okay? So unfortunately, Cerulege does go down, but he did get enough damage for me to get a safe switch into something else and hopefully get the kill on Zebstrika, you know what I'm saying, dude? That's the game plan right here. I go for knockoff, maybe expecting a switch. Maybe I can get a easy item off whatever Monty goes out next. Instead, he just stays in and sacks the Zebstrika with Zapdos basically just gooning all over the Zebstrika. So now we have an easy breezy tie game right here, dude. He sends in the Hisuian Electrode right here, and I'm like, okay, I have type disadvantage, right? Let me switch. Let me find a Mon to fucking switch into so we can goon all over the Electrode, you know what I'm saying? So I switch into Mew, and then he Volt switches out anyway. So this guy predicted my switch, presumably. Volt switched out. Then he switches into Terrakion, right? I go for a smooth ass Will-O-Wisp to predict the Swords Dance. Totally what happened right there. Totally mastermind gooned all over the Swords Dance right here. Anyway, we hit the Will-O-Wisp, but I'm like, okay, let me just use knockoff, you know what I'm saying? Let me get rid of this guy's item. He's a legendary, right? He goes for Stone Edge, does probably a little bit about half, you know what I'm saying, dude? We knock off his item. He then activates Justified, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I do? So I predict the fact that he might go for another Stone Edge, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I can either switch or I can Terrestrialize, hopefully tank the Stone Edge and get good ass damage on Terrakion, maybe even kill it. Who knows? And that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Okay, let me Terrestrialize into Steel type and let me Psychic, right? Is what I'm thinking. Instead, I don't Terrestrialize and I just Psychic. He Swords Dance for some reason. I don't know why he Swords Dance. And then I get the kill from Stone Edge, right? Terrestrializing into a Steel type. So Mew just absolutely just gooned all over that Terrakion right there. And that means we have officially taken a lead in this fucking matchup, you know what I'm saying? So he goes into Meloetta, and I'm like, okay, let me knock off again. Let's get good damage. We can get rid of the item too, right? She goes for close combat. Makes sense, you know what I'm saying, dude? Makes fucking sense. We get the knockoff off, get rid of the fucking item. We do about half. I go back into Zapdos, hoping to maybe kill it with a Brave Bird, you know what I'm saying, dude? So I go for Brave Bird. We get the kill, and we're up 3-2 in the game, you know what I'm saying, dude? Let's fucking go. He goes back into Electrode, and now I really don't have an answer for Electrode because the Mon I had an answer to, Cerulege, fucking got sacked, bro. He's cooked. So I switch into Belly Bolt, hoping to take whatever the fuck the Electrode throws at me. He goes for Leaf Storm ultimately. It does about half, right? I go for Toxic because this thing's a fucking issue. You know what I'm saying, dude? I really don't have moves for Electrode, unfortunately. So we're going to have to be like just play the patient game. You know what I'm saying, dude? We're going to have to goon a little by little to maybe kill the Electrode. He ends up switching out into Spide Ops over here, dude. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, why the fuck did you just do that, dude? Why the fuck did he do that? I have no fucking idea, dude. I go for a smooth Thunderbolt, does more than half, and I go for Thunderbolt again. I get the para, but he does tank it. He gets another set of spikes, you know what I'm saying, dude? But we kill the Spide Ops anyway, and we take the 4-2 lead. So realistically, this guy just got gooned on by a fucking belly bolt right there, dude. Imagine getting gooned on by a belly bolt. That must be fucking crazy. Anyway, he goes back into Electrode, right? And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is really the biggest threat on his team compared to my team, you know what I'm saying, dude? He goes for Leaf Storm first play, does about half again, and all I can really do is just like kind of just chip away a little bit, dude. I guess I can slack off, you know, just belittle this guy little by little, you know what I'm saying? Goon little by little on him, you know what I'm saying, dude? I slack off, recover all that HP, and eventually the Electrode does go down, and my belly bolt is still at full HP because of the slack off, bro. So this belly bolt is really just cooking the shit out of his team, and it is revealed that his last mon is Floatzel. I get the smooth Oko with a Thunderbolt, and we win game 1 of the Gooning Challenge. Anyway, we head into game 2 looking to go 2-0 on the Gooning Challenge, right? And I start off with the type advantage, right? We have Glalie versus Leafeon. I let him know that I'm gooning, obviously. He's about to get destroyed because he's about to get gooned on, you know what I'm saying, dude? I let him know. He sets up Substitute. I go for Spikes, and I quickly realize that this is not looking good for me anymore. This is not looking very good for me whatsoever, dude. I understand Leafeon's setup, you know what I'm saying? Substitute, Swords Dance, destroy everything from there with fucking Leaf Blade, you know what I'm saying, dude? So he goes for Swords Dance, I go for fucking Freeze Dry, getting rid of the Substitute. Then he gets a Oko crit Leaf Blade on my Glalie, and I quickly realize that we are looking very fucked right now. We just got absolutely gooned on. So I obviously realize that this Leafeon is becoming a huge threat to my fucking squad over here, dude, and I'm struggling to switch into realistically any mon. I end up going for Superior right here. Dumbass move, dude. I don't really know why the fuck I even did that shit, dude. I go for a Terra Blast. Once again, bro, Terra Blast is shitty as fuck, bro. Like, I hate this move so much, bro. Probably because I suck ass at Gen 9 shit, you know what I'm saying, dude? But I just, like, absolutely sold the game right there by going for Terra Blast. Then I go for Leaf Storm, and I miss Leaf Storm. So I just got absolutely just fucked right there in the ass, straight gooned on, like, absolutely destroyed. So now we are down an early 2-0 on this guy, and we're quickly getting absolutely fucked over here by this fucking Leafeon. You know what I'm saying, dude? We're quickly getting absolutely gooned on. I go in the fucking Furret, hoping to do realistically anything. He then terrestrializes, right, into a normal type. I take a Leaf Blade somehow, and then I get the kill with fucking Brick Break right after, dude. So Furret comes up clutch. Let's fucking go. So I sit here, okay, let me clutch this fucking game up so we can go 2-0 on the Gooning Challenge, right? He goes into the fucking Dragon normal type fucking Cyclizer or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I go for a smooth Brick Break. Maybe I'll outspeed, maybe he'll fuck up. Who the fuck even knows, you know what I'm saying, dude? I go for Brick Break, hoping to, you know, get some damage off on the guy, you know what I'm saying, dude? He outspeeds, unfortunately, goes for a Rapid Spin, and then I get fucked and we're down 3-1. I quickly realize that this game is starting to become kind of out of reach for a comeback here, so I go into Drift Limb, maybe going for some flinches with Air Slash, maybe I can get like an RNG kill right here, and he takes like 7 years to go for a move. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Maybe he's gooning behind the scenes right here. I have no idea what the fuck this guy is doing, man. He's taking about 7 whole light years to make a move, dude. He ends up going for Draco Meteor. He misses the Draco Meteor. I get some chip damage with Air Slash. I'm sitting here thinking, this is so ass, you know what I'm saying, dude? This is so ass. It's gonna take like 5 years, you know what I'm saying, dude? I go for air slash again, get chip damage again, and then I go for strength sap, right? Maybe he'll stay in, and maybe I can just heal all the HP back. He's on the Draco Meteor. He goes for Shed Tail, not having enough HP to perform Shed Tail because he's a fucking dumbass. And then I go for air slash, hoping to get the kill. He then taunts me, and the only moves I have left now are air slash and shadow ball, right? But once again, I get the kill with air slash, and we're slowly starting to make the comeback, you know what I'm saying, dude? Our gooning powers are activating. Anyway, he takes forever to switch into a Pokemon right here, dude. Obviously, this guy is gooning behind the scenes, as we know, dude, and Drifloon's just waiting. Fucking my Drifloon is just waiting to just absolutely massacre someone right here. He goes into Medicham, and I was originally going to go for Air Slash, but instead, I see that Shadow Ball does a little bit more damage, right? So I go for Shadow Ball, maybe getting a Spadef drop. He then switches out. Maybe he was like trying to predict my Air Slash, right? Shadow Ball does more than half, so I'm sitting here thinking, okay, let me go for Shadow Ball again. And then this Reuniclus tanks that shit on like 1 HP, bro. And then he just recovers it all back up. And now I want to cry, right? Now we all just want to like cry a little bit, you know what I'm saying, dude? Because now we're in a predicament, you know what I'm saying, dude? I'm never going to get a Spadef drop, nor am I ever going to get a crit. So I'm just shadow balling until the endless fucking anything happens, you know what I'm saying, dude? I end up switching to air slash. Maybe we'll get a flinch here. We don't get a flinch, you know what I'm saying, dude? I go for air slash again, hoping for a flinch. The flinch never fucking happens, per usual, dude. And I go for shadow ball again. Maybe I'll get a Spadef drop. We know it's about to happen, bro. I'm not gonna get that fucking Spadef drop, bro. That shit's never gonna happen. He goes for psychic, and of course, this guy must be gooning harder than me behind the scenes, because he gets a critical hit on his psychic, and then he just recovers all the Shadow Ball HP back up, bro. So realistically, we all just got absolutely gooned on right there. I end up going into Flygon. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done, right? I'm setting up, bro. I know he's about to recover, dude. I'm setting up on this fucking guy. I don't care anymore. And that's exactly what happened. I go for Dragon Dance, and then I go for Dragon Dance once again, right? He goes for Recover again, and then I go for EQ, hoping to do at least half, dude. At least fucking half. Reuniclus is a pretty bulky mon. We do more than half, you know what I'm saying? He hits the Focus Blast, does above half, and I go for an EQ again, getting the kill on Reuniclus. And now, really, my only hope here is to outspeed every mon and somehow win the game with outrage. Somehow we're gonna have to just absolutely just destroy every single mon right here, dude. So I click outrage, hoping to absolutely just goon all over the Medicham, you know what I'm saying, dude? And that's really our best hope in this game, bro. If I can get 2 kills at least with outrage, that would be clutch as shit. Down goes the Medicham first. I'll get gooned on Medicham, you know what I'm saying, dude? No chance against Flygon. He goes into fucking Volcanion right here, dude. Had the fucking Volcanion in the back, you know what I'm saying, dude? Now, this is actually a pretty decent matchup right here, because if I die in Flygon, I do have a Snorlax Spadef tank, you know what I'm saying, dude? Special defense tank specialty, you know what I'm saying, dude, in the back right here. So I can hopefully get a kill on Volcanion right here, but I don't get the kill on Volcanion. He tanks it in red HP, dude, and then Flygon ultimately goes down. So now we're in a 1v2 situation, but we do have a decent matchup here, right? Obviously, Volcanion is a special attacker. I'm a special defense master, right? So I go for Curse, hoping to set up and just tank all this fucking damage. You know what I'm saying, dude? I have Rest, right? I have Thick Fat too, dude. So I should be able to just eat all this fucking fire attacks. And then this guy switches from Flamethrower to Steam Eruption, maybe hoping to get a burn on me, right? But I, of course, have Rest, so I can just sleep, you know what I'm saying, dude? I fucking go for Rest right here. He goes for Haze, gets rid of my stat boost right here. And now we're kind of in a predicament, right? I really didn't expect Volcanion to have Haze, you know what I'm saying, dude? So now we can't really curse up anymore, dude. So we're gonna have to just like kind of just kill the fucking Volcanion and just like hope for the best, right? But as you can see, my sleep talk shit is not fucking working out, dude. The RNG is not in my favor whatsoever right here. He then goes for haze again, getting rid of my stat boosts once again. I go for rest, then I go for sleep talk. He misses a steam eruption. I go for sleep talk. We get curse again, dude. So we're getting literally every single move except body slam as per usual, man. The gooning luck is just not in my favor today, apparently, dude. We go for sleep talk again. We get rest again, dude. And now we're sitting here thinking, okay, am I ever going to actually body slam this guy? I go for sleep talk again. Then I wake up on the sleep talk turn because my fucking luck is absolutely miserable, dude. And we finally just decide, fuck it, dude. Fuck the rest. Fuck the sleep talk shit. Let's just kill the fucking Volcanion with fucking body slam. He then reveals as final mon is Glaceon. And that could be maybe an easy opponent, honestly, dude. It depends on what moves it has right here. I go for body slam, maybe hoping to get a paralysis right here. He sets up wish first turn. I don't get the para, but I do like 1/4 right there with body slam. So I sit there and think, okay, 1/4 with wish, probably protect 2 isn't gonna cut it. It's just not, you know what I'm saying, dude? So we go for curse again, hoping to just kind of just build up all the shit, dude. Maybe we can just OHKO it or something. He then has freeze dry, and that's when I kind of knew, okay, we can fucking win this game, dude. Presumably, this Glaceon doesn't have a physical attack, and we can kind of win the game right here, dude. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, you know, with wish and protect, you know what I'm saying, dude? He keeps on going for wish right here. I get the para, so right here I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can outspeed, get the dub. Apparently not, dude. He goes for protect, and then the wish heals the Glaceon all the way back up, you know what I'm saying, dude? But my stubborn head ass, my gooning head ass, dude, I don't want to give it up yet, you know what I'm saying, dude? I refuse to let this motherfucker go down on an OHKO hit, okay? I want this guy to live long and die beautifully, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we keep on going back and forth with the Glaceon using wish over and over again. I keep on using a mix of curse and body slam over and over again. And eventually, it looks like we will be getting the win here. You know what I'm saying, dude? We will be going 2-0 on the Gooning Challenge eventually, okay? The Glaceon, he's just holding out for as long as he fucking can. He knows it's over, really. He just needs to accept that it's over, you know what I'm saying, dude? And I'm eventually going to win, okay? I'm eventually going to get the para hacks, and we're gonna win. But that looks like it's never gonna fucking happen because he keeps on getting protect without para hacks, and I'm just getting railed in my ass cheeks. So I finally decide to use another curse, and eventually we can fucking win the game. He goes for protect again, and then I go for curse again, right? And now I'm like, okay, I'm full set on body slam, right? Full set on body slam. We get the OHKO, we get the critical hit, and we go 2-0 on the Gooning Challenge. Let's fucking go. But anyway, before we get into game 3 here, I think now is the perfect time to tell you guys to subscribe. Only 5.6% of people who are subscribed actually watch my videos. We need to fucking get that number up. It's as simple as that. Anyway, my Palafin basically gets gooned on by this Komala right here. And now I'm thinking about what to switch into. And then I noticed I have like 3 Intimidate Mons on my team somehow. You know what I'm saying, dude? 3 Intimidate Mons, guys. I can switch out 3 times and lower a guy's attack stat 3 whole fucking times. That's crazy. So I switch into Tauros, right? Get the free ass kill with Aqua Jet and the Intimidate, but it didn't matter because we used Aqua Jet, obviously. He switches into Sableye, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, let me switch out to another fucking Intimidate Mon. It's as easy, bro. So I go into what I think is my best switch here, which is Incineroar. I get the free Intimidate. Then I predict his Will-O-Wisp somehow. Immune to Will-O-Wisp, right? Because I'm a fire type, right? He then switches out into Lumineon to get the type advantage. Lumineon's a water type, obviously. I go for knockoff, predicting the switch. I get the knockoff, the heavy duty boots on Lumineon. Then I switch out into Venusaur, predicting the fucking water type move, you know what I'm saying, dude? Lumineon then goes for U-turn, which in turn means this guy is going to switch out into presumably something that eats a grass type move, which it does. Heracross does eat grass type moves for its fucking lifetime, you know what I'm saying? I then go for Sludge Bomb, trying to stay in here. Definitely should not have stayed in right there, dude. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, man. I just got mega horned almost to death right there. I then go back into my Intimidate Mon, which is Incineroar. He then goes for another mega horn, which does like 35%, dude. I go for Flare Blitz. I get some decent chunk damage on Lumineon right here. And then I'm going to switch out again, obviously, right? I can't be staying in on water types. So I switch out to Tauros, get the Intimidate. This guy goes for Ice Beam, predicting my switch, but Tauros is water type, so I tank that shit. Easy tank right there. Lumineon then goes for U-turn again, dude. How fucking fast is Lumineon, you know what I'm saying, dude? I get a free Stone Edge on Sableye, and I mean, I'm just doing all the switching, all the gooning antics on this guy, man. Anyway, I switch out again into Incineroar to get the free Intimidate once again. Sableye goes for knockoff, right? And then I'm just going to go. I think he's going to switch in Lumineon, right? So I'm not going to go for fucking Flare Blitz. I'm going to have to go for some fucking else. You know what I'm saying, dude? I'm going for something else because I think this guy's going to switch back into Lumineon, right? So I'm like, okay, what do I do, right? What do I do? So I go for Earthquake, predicting Lumineon switch. He doesn't switch into Lumineon. Instead, he recovers with Sableye. And now we're kind of in like a stall off a little bit here, dude. Is he going to switch to Lumineon? Is he going to switch ever? I go for Flare Blitz, almost getting the kill. Sableye unfortunately survives with 3%. He then goes for Recover again. I go for knockoff, do 54%. I get rid of leftovers, dude. And now it's looking like, okay, what do we do here? You know what I'm saying, dude? So I decided to go for Flare Blitz, maybe killing myself, but we don't. The recoil does not kill, and that Sableye just got absolutely gooned on. This guy then switches into Heracross, maybe hoping for a free kill, but I switch into my third secret Intimidate Mon, which is Masquerain. Heracross then goes for Earthquake. Obviously, I'm a flying type, so it doesn't affect me. I go for Hurricane. Of course, I missed the shit out of Hurricane on the fucking Lumineon, right? I then go for Bug Buzz, hoping to get the kill. Lumineon survives on 1% HP, and I survive again, and this guy sacks his Masquerain. He then goes back into Heracross once again, and I don't really want to switch into Incineroar again, right? So I end up just sacking my Masquerain here. Masquerain did its job very well. Shout the Gooner Masquerain right there. I then go into Tauros, hoping to Wave Crash, maybe get the Heracross fucking low, hopefully kill it, right? But then again, this guy switches into Appleton and then eats the shit out of my fucking Wave Crash. And honestly, I don't really have an answer for this Appleton, right? I don't really have an answer for him. So I go into my last Mon, which is Hypno, and I'm kind of thinking, what the fuck can I do, right? What can I do to hopefully get Hypno a kill here and kind of free up some leverage for my team here? I then go for knockoff, maybe hoping that I can get the item off Appleton. But then again, this guy switches into Heracross once again. I predict his knockoff though. I terrestrialize into a fairy type and I eat the knockoff and I get the kill with Psychic Noise on the Appleton. That's what we do here, right? He then switches into his last Mon, which is Superior. Contrary to Superior, goes for a Leaf Storm, gets that sharp raise of its special attack. And I just like sitting here thinking, okay, Hypno, it's basically time for you to go. You know what I'm saying, dude? You did your job well. I got the Toxic on him. It's fine, Hypno. And this game is kind of coming down to the wire here, right? We have this Superior who has like 4 stages in special attack right now, dude. I go into Tauros, hoping I can outspeed, you know what I'm saying? Maybe do something here, bro. I go for Aqua Jet because I'm pretty sure I couldn't outspeed, you know what I'm saying, dude? And this Superior is quickly gooning all over my squad here, bro. It's not looking really good right now, dude. It's not looking very gooner good right now. I'm not gonna lie, dude. All we really have there is Toxic to finally get rid of him, and we come down to our 1v1. Venusaur versus Appleton. Who will win, right? I go for fucking Synthesis first thing. He goes for Draco Meteor. I go for Synthesis again. He goes for Apple Acid, lowering my special defense, and this game is over. We win with 2 Sludge Bombs and poison damage, and we go 3-0 on the Gooning Challenge. Shout out Venusaur. But anyway, guys, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. This is one of my favorite series to make, right? I hope all of you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below how many times you have gooned playing Pokemon. You know what I'm saying, dude? Comment how many times you've won games gooning. You know what I'm saying, dude? Is it as many goon games as me? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see all of you in the next gooning games.